Ira will also, yes, start recording. So everyone who missed our meeting today will be able to watch it later. So I would like to welcome you more again to our series of webinars organized by n-ost using the project Communicating Climate in Central Asia, a network of experts and journalists to promote climate action and communicators network to which I hope you are being a part of. And today, on Monday and today, we are having an amazing speaker, Alexenia Dimitrova, who is an award-winning journalist and lecturer with years-long experience in cross-border reporting and public records open research. She's a member of International Consortium of Investigative Journalists and has worked in many international journalistic teams, and she's an author of 5 documentary books and co-author of Manual for Investigative Reporting. On Monday, she shared a lot of free available internet platforms where you can search for the data and look for particularly indexes and indicators about everything related to the climate. And today we are gonna keep on going on the track. And in a chat, she shared also some resources about access about water data, which you can access later. And now, floor is yours, Alexenia. Giving the word to you.
Oh, thank you so much, Nazik. Yes, I already shared because the previous sessions there's question about water, and I researched a little bit and I put in the chat box a lot of links you can explore by yourself, but also in our coming session I'll share some links related to water. Okay, so luckily the first site I would like to share again will be very intensive. I would like to share something about forest tree cover loss by country. So you can see how your country is going in terms of tree cover loss. Luckily, when I prepared myself, you should go to dashboard here. If you go to the dashboard, and if you select the country here, you can see that your countries, which are presenting, I mean, because our webinar is about Central Asia, they're doing very well. But if you're interested in other countries around, you can see and you can check by country. If you click on the country, you can see, for instance, Kazakhstan in this case, you can see what's the situation about this particular thing. Okay, so because your countries are doing very well, I mean Central Asia, if you come here and, for instance, choose one of the countries like Kyrgyzstan, for instance, because we are talking, you can see a lot of information about Kyrgyzstan. Again, it is doing very well, but you can see some details about tree cover loss going back almost 20 years. And also not only tree cover loss, but also about other indicators. You can see down, if you scroll down, we will not lose time to go further. And also the good thing is you can see by area. I'm not familiar with these areas in your countries, but you can see how the things are going area by area in particular country. Again, the situation in this central particular 4 countries which we are talking is pretty good. So we are going to the next site I would like to share with you. This is about emissions by country. It is very good site. As you can see, a lot of data inside, how to orientate about this for your particular country. Again, we'll use Google Advanced. I shared with you last time. That is a very good tool which you should research, not only when the website you're researching does not have a search box, but also for different purposes if you want to narrow a little bit your search, because otherwise it's too many hits. So in this particular case, we eventually, if you put the name of the country, eventually Uzbekistan and emission, and grab this site, worldometers, copy it, and put here where is a site or domain. Okay, we put it and we make advanced search, and you see a lot of information related to Uzbekistan in this particular site. So if we open, you can of course explore all of them. If you open this one, the first one, you can see a lot of information related to Uzbekistan emissions, very well visualized, going back more than 50 years ago. The first years is 1970, and you can see a lot of details about Uzbekistan because we are searching Uzbekistan, going back to the years, including the emissions change, emissions per capita, how the population change, how the emissions change per year, very, very useful one. And also you can see down there other indicators. Also, if you Google, let's say if we change our search, if you Google advanced, I mean, not Uzbekistan and emissions, but if you Google Uzbekistan and climate, for instance, you can receive pretty much or more or less the same indicators, but also you can see some additional sources which are related, and they call it worldometer because there's a lot of sources you can explore them because you see how hundreds and thousands of resources. Of course, we cannot explore all of them. So I want to show the next one. The next one is called Visual Capitalist. It is very well presented. The things are very well presented in a visual letter. That's why I call Visual Capitalist. You can see a lot of information here, but of course we would like to stress on your country. And we will use again Google Advanced. Take this site, copy it. We are going back to, just a second. Okay, we're going back in Google Advanced. Where is Google Advanced? We lost it. Yeah, Google Advanced again. Okay, Google Advanced. Okay, and if we write, for instance, your country again, whatever, this time we'll take Kazakhstan, for instance, Kazakhstan and climate, and put this site and do advanced search, you can see plenty of information how the things are going for this particular country related to different indicators. I found very interesting one, the rank, the top economies in the world in the past 40 plus years, for instance, and you can see among how they very well visualize how the country is performing in the past years, related, of course, to the climate and the emissions, and you can see different indicators and tables, and to see where your country is staying among all these countries. Very, very good to explore. Of course, there's this visual capitalist is also for other indicators, but because we are talking about climate, you can see this, in this case, climate, of course. Yeah. Also, very good is to see this indicator per capita, carbons. Just a second, check though. Carbons per capita. And you can see a lot of information how the countries are going by capita. And if you see here number 8, Kazakhstan and Turkmenistan have one of the highest rates per capita, 11.2, which was surprising for me because the other side said, oh no, it was about the forest. It was okay. Anyway, so this is very, very, how to say, indicative indicator about how Kazakhstan and Turkmenistan are going for carbon emission per capita, which is, of course, raised questions. If you go to further down there, you can see other charts, and you can see Kazakhstan is not there, for instance, but other countries, but you can explore all of them again. So we are going to the next one. Okay, this is very good because it is already ready for presenting, and you can see details which you eventually can, of course, explore how you can use this. But my understanding is when they are there, it is free for using. Of course, if you have some doubts about that, you can usually contact the people and to ask, can we use this for the purposes of your story? Okay, going to the next place which I want to share. We are starting now this subchapter of my today presentation, which is talking about various topics, how to find information about various topics. Water, which we share in the beginning, in the links in the chat box, is only one of them. But now, for instance, various topics we can explore different more other topics related to climate, to energy, to decarbonization or whatever. And I will give you an example. If we go to here, just to move this one, if we go to countries, okay, you can explore all countries and regions here, okay? And you can explore, for instance, Central Asia, Eurasia, okay? And you can find different indicators related to energy systems, but you can also see a lot of information about energy mix, emissions, electricity, renewables, etc., etc. And of course, you can search by country, but you can decide what exactly indicators are important for your country or for your particular research. There's a lot of good, interesting indicators, as you can see. Another possible searches to search by country name. Okay, if we go here and let's say Tajikistan, because I search all of them before presenting them. And if you scroll down Tajikistan, you see all hits are related to Tajikistan, and also you can explore the data. So, for instance, you can see the energy sector review related to Tajikistan in 2022. You can see data to different data exports, but most interesting for me as a journalist, and probably for you as journalists, would be the charts. If you scroll down, you can see a lot of charts related to particular country, that country which you can choose. So you can explore the charts. And for instance, this chart, this particular one, which is blue one, compares 5 countries in the regions in Central Asia: Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Turkmenistan, how they go, and they can be compared, which is really very good because you have at a glance how you're performing comparing to your country. Okay. The other one which I would like to share is Resource Watch. Their logo is monitoring the planet's pulse, which is, of course, very good logo. So if we go to data, and if you explore data sets, okay, you can see different topics. If you click on the topics, okay, you can see different topics and you can choose which particular topic is of your interest. You can see food and agriculture, energy, forests, climate, water, because we were talking about water. Probably I didn't mention in the links which I put in the box, but water is here one of the indicators. So how it works, I would like to show you how it works. For instance, ocean or cities or whatever. Anyway, so if we click on climate, you can see a lot of indicators here related to climate. And for instance, if you, just to move this one here again, if you explore them, you can see what exactly indicator you'd like to explore. For instance, let's do greenhouse gas emissions by country. If you click on the add to map, we add to map, meaning that we activate it. And if we move the map, it is an interactively map. If we move the map, you can see we are going to Central Asia because we are talking about Central Asia. And we see how these particular countries in Central Asia are perform about greenhouse gas. I see that Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan are performing very well, whilst Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan are a little bit more orange, meaning that you can see here that the more orange or red it is, the indicator shows that it is not a good situation. Of course, if you deactivate this map, you can go, for instance, air quality, another indicator, add to map. And if you go again to this map, you can see that Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan are going relatively better than comparing, for instance, Uzbekistan and Tajikistan, because as you can see from right down corner, it is getting more purple, it is performing not so well. So this is a very good map, and of course you can use or explore all kinds of indicators related to all kinds of things. I really find this site very useful. If you see down there, you can see more than 10 pages of indicators related to all over the world, especially to climate. You can change another indicator which is related to water. I'll show you again the indicators. Data, export data sets. And topics. Forest, energy, whatever, all of them are very, very rich, and you can use these maps in a very visual way to understand what is going on in your country. Okay, so the other one, we'll close this one to make your computer quicker. Just move this one down there. Okay. Okay, I'll open another one, Statista. Also very, very good one. Statista is full of data, and we interested mostly in data. So if you search by country, for instance, Kazakhstan, okay, Statista search, you will see plenty of results because 3,700 are too much. Of course, you cannot explore all of them, and some of them are not related to climate at all. They are related to birth indicators or life or food indicators. So the good thing for this site is that you can scroll down, see on your right-hand side, you can see different industry or locations or accuracy on. If we go to industry and we can click all industries, you see agriculture, chemical, construction, economy, politics. So in this particular case, we can find, or we can click energy and environment. And also you can see they're separated. You can include or exclude indicators again. And this way, we already, even clicking on energy and environment, you already decrease your result to 112, which is relatively good. But if you want to narrow the results even more, you can exclude, sit here in the right-hand side, more of the indicators, you can exclude them. I really think it's good because you can refine your search and to focus in these indicators which are your focus. Okay, we're stopping with this one and we're going to the next one. The next one is World Resource Institute. Why I'm showing this? Because this is we are going to the next subchapter of our training, where to find a good expert to comment our things, our discoveries, or our topic, or we would like to go deeper. So this is a very, very good site related to which offers a lot of speakers. My understanding is that you can interview them for free, but of course you should approach them. So I will show you how to do this. If you go to research, you click on research, and you can see that everything is search an expert, but you can see down there that they're divided by topics. Okay. And for instance, climate or food or cities, of course, you choose climate, and you can go to find an expert here. Let me reach an expert. Here you can see the second one, reach an expert, and you can see a lot of experts here, and you can see all of them, and to approach their, of course, they're divided by regions. You can approach, see the regions are on your left-hand side, and you can, they're divided, some of them are divided also by languages or department anyway, but you can see this expert. Of course, you can see also to narrow your search of expert. You can see climate. In our particular case, climate is important also, but you have also experts for energy. Again, fresh water, because you raised the question about the water last time, ocean, etc., etc. If we click on climate, you can see only the experts who are experts on climate. And this will narrow your search, and you can, my understanding, you can approach all of them. Okay? So we're done for now for this particular subchapter. Now we are going to a subchapter which I promised last time to discuss. This is debunking climate myths and fake news related to climate and false claims related to climate. It is not for journalists or not about your country, but this is about the climate change deniers in your countries, which eventually I'm sure that you meet a lot if you are climate reporters, climate journalists. So I will show you several places which are based on facts, and you can use them to present facts about climate, which are obviously science-based, and you can use them to convince your audience if they don't, or if they are climate deniers. Okay, the first one is an atlas of climate change. It is download for, you can buy printed version, but also you can download for free. If you click download, of course, we will not download it now because it will take time, but it is a very, very good place to learn a lot of facts about climate, this climate change. Another good site, very, very well science-based, is NASA website. If you scroll down, there's a lot of interesting stuff there. But if you scroll down, you found particular topics more topics from NASA. And one of the topics, of course, is climate change. If you click on it, and if you scroll down, you see a lot of information about this. There's information related to different indicators like carbon dioxide, global temperature, methane emissions, how they're going throughout the years. There's, for instance, very good visualization how the ocean and climate change throughout the years, latest news about the topics, and if you go down there, you will see climate time machine. This is one of my favorite. Of course, there's a lot of global ice viewer, how the ice change. But if you click on climate time machine, you'll see how climate change in recent history. It's a little bit slow. So you can see how the climate change, if you select a topic here, you can see how sea ice change, how sea level has changed, carbon dioxide has changed, global temperature, everything is based on facts. Of course, we cannot explore all of them, but you have enough time to explore, okay? Another very good place to find science-based fact is the American National Science Foundation. They're all of their researchers, of course, science-based. If you go to focus areas here, you can find the areas they found and work. And if we find, for instance, earth and environmental, which because we are talking about this, no, just a short note here. In some sites, you should search environment. In other sites, you should search climate. So different sites or different countries even, they prefer different terms to search pretty much for one and the same thing, more or less, more or less the same thing we're talking about. But in this case, if you click on Earth and Environment, you can see only information and which is science supported about Earth and climate, and you can see they're also divided by different topics and indicators, and you can choose the one which you're writing about or interested in. Okay. I would like particularly to show you two articles which I found very good for climate myths debunking. It is for this particular one which I show you now. It is for broadcast meteorologists. It's written by Center for Climate Change and Communication in George Mason University, and you can download the handbook for free. Although it is said it is for broadcaster meteorologists, it is very good even for journalists because you can see a lot of science-based facts related to climate. Okay. And the other particular publication related to debunking climate myths and fake news and false claims about climate is it is this article, which is published by the blog of Sabin Center blog, Climate Law. This is Columbia Law School, Columbia Climate School, and it is really good because it is pretty recent. It is updated April 2024, and you can see they found obviously 33 false claims about solar, wind, and electrical vehicles, and they try to tell the truth about this based, of course, as you can see, this is published by university. So I think that this is pretty much interesting. Okay, so the next thing which I planned to tell you was about how to visualize your story. I found a lot of places which you can visualize your story, but I see that we don't have enough time to explore them one by one. I will tell you two things. The one is that I send you them as links, and you can explore yourself. The good news is that all of them, all of them which I share with you, have not only paid version but also free version, because as we told before, we are journalists. We don't have money to pay for data a lot. So you can use free version. But at the end of the session, I'll send you in the box the links from this from how to visualize your story, because we don't have time to explore all of them. Okay, now I would like to show you a topic in our research is how to go deeper into the climate topic. Because if you don't feel if you don't feel very confident in climate topic, or you'd like to or you're inspired by this particular webinar, or your reading or whatever, you would like to go deeper. So I show you several places to how to go deeper. This is my network. I mean, I remember the Global Investigative Journalism Network. Plenty of interesting and good stuff to read, to update. If you go to a resource center, you can see a library of resources for journalists. And if you click there, you can see a lot of databases related to whatever topics. There's especially climate. You can see climate. Of course, you can explore all the databases you're interested in. If you click on climate, you will see plenty of stories related to climate, which are first very inspiring to you to write the same stories, or you can this is a guides how to investigate extreme heat, how to investigate carbon offsets, how to investigate methane emissions, because the climate topic is too large and we cannot just exhaust it for within 2 hours, but you cannot exhaust even one of these topics for such a short time. So I offer you these links. Another good link which I would suggest is to this one. This is written and presented by the Society of Professional Journalists. You can browse by, let me check, where is it? Search box, that's it, search box. If you, for instance, browse environment, and okay, environment, okay. And if you search by environment, okay, you will receive a lot of information about environmental resources, including environmental resources, environmental organizations, environmental accidents, and etc., etc. Of course, we cannot explore all of them. This is good if you want to deep your knowledge there. Okay, another very good place for searching into deep your knowledge is created by Society of Environmental Journalists. You can see if you click on the publications, and if you click now Climate Change Resource Guide, okay, you will see related to, and if you scroll down, you can see a lot of information related to climate change solutions, including climate change topics, etc., trainings, and a lot of things. So plenty of, you can spend your time there for many hours, okay? If you need more how to say, more time to spend by yourself, you can go in Green Academy. You can click on courses and you'll find a lot of courses they offer. And my impression is that it is free of charge. It is some of them are in French, some of them are in English. And you can select different languages, different topics, different categories. I see prices. You can see here for free. So if I would I would click for free, and then I will restrict the courses for the free courses who are not paid free of charge. Okay. Closing this one, we are going to Prevention Rep, another very good place to update your knowledge or to enlarge your knowledge. If you click on Knowledge Base, you can see their highlights, but if we go to Documents and Publications, let me check what's documents. Of course, you can see by countries, of course, but because I told you that we are not talking about particular country searches, but documents and publications. And you can, for instance, search journalists here in this topic, apply, and you will receive, it's a little bit slow, you see a lot of interesting stuff about journalists, how to. One of the good is this one, Guide for Climate Change Journalists, which is, of course, really directed to journalists, but also others are very, very interesting. Okay, do we have more time? We have 5 minutes more before I leave you to ask me questions. Covering Climate Now. Covering Climate Now is also a very good site. If you put resources here and click resources, you can see a lot of climate journalism best practices of reporting. Okay, this is related to elections, but a lot of guides, a lot of climate guides and related to science or whatever you choose. Here I see food and water. Obviously, they have more about water because we cannot explore everything. Okay. This one, Earth Journalism Network, is both story inspiring for journalists. You can find a lot of interesting, inspiring stories from all over the world. But if you click on resources and if you click resources by topic, you can see, for instance, here climate change. Okay, if you click on climate change, you can see a lot of related tip sheets or information or courses related to climate change, which may be very inspiring for you. Okay. Pointer Institute is organizations which is directed to educate journalists, and of course you have different topics for education, formal education. You can find you can search climate to see climate courses or climate guidelines, how to do this, and you can see a lot of information about this. Okay. Of course, we cannot explore all of them. I would like to, this is also master classes. You can see in this particular site, master classes related to climate. If you would like to enlarge your, this is also very good journalist resource. This is a resource which is written especially for journalists. If you see they have a special link about environment. If you click on environment, you see a lot of luckily water is top priority, answering your previous questions from the previous sessions. But if you, as you can see, they have a lot of about environment. But if you search climate again, because this is more or less synonym or close coverage, you will receive different stories related to climate, and you can see not only inspiring stories but also some details or story ideas, as this said about environment. Okay. This is very good also handout for environmental journalists, exposing the invisible. If you search in the search box, because they have hundreds of publications covered different topics, but if you search climate, for instance, okay, you see a lot of climate interesting stories related to climate. How to investigate climate, or how to collaborate with other journalists about climate, or how to see what other journalists are written about climate, or greenwashing and investigating the claims and environmental sustainability, depending on what your focus is. Okay, so I see that I would like to switch from this screen. Worldometer is one of my favorite. Worldometer is a very good one. Let me. It seems I show you this one. Yeah, I show you already it. Okay, so I want to show you the last two screens from presentation. Okay, stop sharing this screen. I would like to share that one. Okay, do you see the screen now? Oh, or not?
No, not yet.
Not, okay. Share that one. Okay, share. I hope you share it, you see it now, right?
I think it's coming, but not yet. Now we can see it.
You can? Okay, good.
Yeah, now we see.
Just slideshow from current slide. That's it, yeah. This is the visualize tools, which I promised to you. You can just take a picture of them, or just you can follow one by one. Basic is really, really basic. Some of them are like pixels are for free. I mean that there's pictures, but for other visuals, which are a little bit more pro, you can see down there the links. And as I told you, they have paid version and free version. So of course, you're free to use the paid version, but you can find, I think, useful also the free version. Another slide which I would like to this is the sites which I already show you. I will put them in advance in the screen, so pretty much you don't need to take a picture because I already showed them. So we're going to the next slide about the climate story ideas. Unfortunately, we don't have enough time to explore all of. There are only three, but that I especially wanted to show you these three sites because I found somehow stories about Central Asia in them related to your countries, and probably you would be happy to explore yourself to see, do you find something interesting? But I'm sure, because I put them here, I'm sure that if you put Central Asia or the name of your country, you will see some stories related to climate in your country. Also, I wanted to share. So usually when I'm teaching this climate course, it is like 2 or 3 days climate course, only climate, because it's a lot of information, as you can see. But see, there's links. You can find there inspiring climate stories from other countries, which eventually may raise your awareness what's going on in climate around the world, and probably you'd like to explore the same in your country. So you can take picture of this or explore by yourself later. I found very useful also to subscribe to climate newsletters, because climate newsletters are something which keep you on the loop all the time about the topic you're interested in. And those are some of the most useful. And it is very good because you're receiving them every day or every week, or depending how often they publish them. But some of them are really very, very good in terms of new topics or new ideas or people who are experts of certain topic. And you can receive information in your inbox ready for you. So that's all for today. Time for your questions.
Yeah, thank you so much, Alexenia. I came back. Irina from n-ost. Hi, everyone. Yeah, so thank you so much. And I mean, if you have questions in chat, we still have some people who are with us. Yeah, so if you have any questions, just type. I have some questions from our previous webinar. It's like, do you need to have any specific skills or like knowledge of some applications like CTV or something else in order to work with data
Sorry, I
that you
couldn't
show?
hear your question. Do I have particular knowledge?
Yeah, specific skills or like knowledge or some on some applications. Yeah, in order to work with these data. Like, I don't know, R,
Some of
Python, CTV,
Yeah,
or
I
etc.
got
Yeah.
your question. Some
Yeah.
of them are really easy to use because from when you are beginner in climate topic, you are not so advanced in this. So some of them are really easy to use. Some of them are a little bit more pro, high level, but I believe that I choose things which everybody is able to understand, like these charts which I show not only today but yes the day before. The charts are so easily understandable. Emissions per capita, or water or tree loss by country, they're really very well visualized, and I don't think you you need specific knowledge to explore all of them.
Thank you. And also one more question from people who registered. What are some of ethical considerations that journalists should keep in mind when we work with this kind of data?
You
Because
mean
you
ethical?
ethics, yes,
Ethical.
ethical, yes, yeah.
As I told you, I don't say that there's the only sites which are available for journalists. That I found useful for my work, and I wanted to share this. But of course, there's a lot of many of them, and of course, my question always is how they combine this information. So it's really important if you find some discrepancies between the sites and between the data, just to approach all of them and to ask all of them how they collect their data. And why not? To tell them, okay, I found different data about this particular indicator and this site. Um, why it's different, and vice versa, to approach the other side and to ask, I found this and this data in the other side, what's the difference, why they are different. um, I would not, as a journalist, I would not quote only one source. I would not only two sources. I would quote or explore at least 5, 10 sources. It is time consuming, it is exhausting, but it is really important. And the other thing which is very important and very ethical one is when you quote something, to use a first-hand source. If you write something, to write, I read or we found this information and this in this particular site, and the person who approached to explain this data, this and this name and his position, said about this and this. Yes, I know this is really time consuming, but this is important for the accuracy. It is important for the ethics. It is important for not to be biased, because if you choose only one side, come on, why only one site? Well, this particular one. So I would approach at least several sites, data companies or data sites, to present to the reader as many sources as possible, even the charts, to present many charts from different sites, and to give him or her, the reader, opportunity to choose one of them. Or even this by itself, the difference in the difference in the data in different sites by itself is interesting for a journalist to research why that's going on, why this happens. I'll give you an example. We saw that some of the countries are performing very well in some sites on Central Asia. In some other sites, we saw that it is probably emissions per capita is not so well. why is the difference to go in depth to research this? Yeah.
Hope that somebody will listen to us and prepare some articles. And did you had like any kind of cooperation or collaboration with like journalists from our region, from Eastern Europe, Caucasus, or Central Asia? Did you cooperate with them in any kind of data investigation?
No, nobody has. I cannot remember. Does anybody approach me for this? No, not for now. Not in fact for now. From other countries, yes, mostly Europe. But I'll be very open to work with journalists also with from this region. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, perfectly. Yeah, I mean, again, like during this project for CA, where we help journalists from Central Asia to develop climate journalism and their skills. Yeah, so we still have some opportunities, and I mean, it will be nice if they will cooperate with you as a person who know how to deal with data issues. I don't see any questions. Maybe somebody want to turn on mic and ask themselves. If not,
Yes, can I? Sorry, I
perfect.
just couldn't
Timur,
find
of
that.
course, of
My
course.
name is Timur. Sorry, I missed your presentation yesterday. I just want to ask if you have any tips on websites dedicated to climate finance. So I know once the climate finance update, I think it's called, but maybe you know others where we could like search how many funds or climate finance our country got from international donors or multinational
Very good
partners.
question. I do remember that yesterday or on Monday, uh, we passed through two times. We passed through two times in something related to climate. One of it was I cannot, but I can send you by email, particularly about financing. I remember that one of the sites which I show you on Monday was about how much money in this particular country has been spent for climate. It was as far as I remember, it was on the first screen. And the second one, if you have time now, I can try to find immediately. But if you don't have time, Ira, you can just contact me with Timo CC, and I'll send him directly these two links. I do remember particularly two things. Uh, the one of the indicators was follow the money related to climate. Very good questions. Or the oligarchs. I cannot remember how they formulated, but yes, for sure there was something. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
we will
Yeah,
share
I
it
could
more.
easily got it from Mira.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
in
Yeah,
contact.
Yeah.
I will share it.
Just remind me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sure. Yes, and I will put to CC.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, perfectly. I mean, again, it was nice. Unfortunately, it's like Christmas time and everybody already on the holidays, I will say,
I
but
can
pretty sure
imagine.
that we will do and try our best to share with as much as possible journalists as we can do it. Yeah, thank you so much, Alexenia. Yes, and we will continue with our series of webinar, but already next year. Yes, and yeah, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year for everybody. Thank you so much.
Everybody.
Thank
Still
you.
working,
Thank you
working
so
hard.
much.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. Have a nice and wonderful year. Okay.
Thank you.